Welcome to our Swamp Cast for the Florida-Troy game. Robbie, Andreu, the Gainesville Sun, Pat Dooley, the Gainesville Sun. It was an exciting night at the Swamp as Florida just looked unbelievable in the first half. And Robbie, about as good as we've seen since the days of Danny Werfel offensively.
Yeah, you know, Coach Meyer pointed out a good thing too. Everybody's going to say how great the offense was. It was set up by special teams and defense. You know, 2 block punts, great returns by Brandon James, and the defense got after it. It seemed like they got real tentative in the second half and let Hoggabook start completing passes down the field. But
they're a tough offense to play against, and you know, they spread it out and they have all those gaps in the line. Still, though, I didn't see anything in Florida's defense that made me think that they're going to be able to stop Tennessee's offense.
No.
Secondary took bad angles in the second half, especially. Still didn't see that push on the defensive line.
Yeah, and didn't react to the ball very well in the secondary. Balls were hanging up in the air and they'd fall down the guy's hands. They weren't reacting. And you're right, Pat. The same problems from a week ago are here still. It's the cornerback play. There's no push in the middle, no matter what they try. It's something they're going to have to deal with and try to get better at. Or Tennessee's going to come in here and we're looking at another shootout.
Well, and the good news is for Florida, though, they've got the weapons to have a shootout. We'll find out more about Andre Caldwell, but he apparently has an MCL injury. Brandon James a sprained ankle, which is not good. But they've got so many weapons that when Harvin and with Cornelius Ingram, huge night out of him as well.
The night of his career, really. A guy that definitely got some big days ahead of him this year, you would think.
Yeah, no question. So, you know, there was a lot of good things that happened, especially in the first half. Third quarter was pretty miserable. I mean, Florida had 2 fumbles, 1 first down, and just didn't play very well. Kind of got it back together in the fourth quarter. They had Tebow running the ball a little more, gave the ball to Harvin a little bit. And the one thing I did like about that is in the fourth quarter, Robbie, they said, hey, let's go out and put this thing away.
We're going to score,
let's score some points.
Yeah, Coach Meyer said no matter what, score, no matter what you have to do, score. They went out and did it. And, you know, a lot of times fans, they look at the negative part. They forget about the first half. When the game was on the line, it was 49-7. So, sure, there are holes out there. There are things Tennessee will exploit. But, you know, there are a lot of good things, too.
No question. And the bottom line is, and I wrote this in my column, this season's not going to be defined by the third quarter of the second game.
No.
I mean, it was a bad quarter, but hey, you know, they won the game easily. It was never really in doubt. And now, of course, comes Tennessee, which we'll be previewing later. But there is a different feel already, you know, Robbie. It's SEC play. There's no more pretenders.
And like Coach Meyer said at his press deal, you know, it's all different. It all changes now because now you're into league play and all the games are magnified now, the importance.
14 drives, I think Florida's had 10 times they've scored. That's pretty darn good.
Not bad at all.
So we could see a shootout in the Swamp. We'll let you know a little bit more about that in our next Swamp Cast. But until then, Pat Dooley, Robbie Andreu saying so long from the Swamp.